What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 15, or episode 1, if you want to call it, but it's not, it's episode 15. It's season 2, though, of the Manchester United career mode, in year 3 of the actual career mode, if that made sense to you. There's a lot of numbers there, then you're keeping up very, very well. Today's episode, let's get straight to it. FA Cup Community Shield against our rival Liverpool. We've got Brighton at home in the Premier League, and then we'll play Borussia Dortmund in the Super Cup against the Europa League winners. Definitely a good start, and we're not going to waste too much time. We're going to get straight in to the youth, and we're going to set up quite some strange places. We got a lot of youth players last time, even we're running just 2 scouts. Probably because it was England and Spain we're looking at. But this year I thought we'll look at Serbia because Manchester United have had looks in Serbia with the signings of Adam Jajic and Zoran Tosic years ago. Jajic didn't get the work permit, Tosic did. Careers went totally different directions. Can't say Manchester United got the better of that one. And I thought we'd pay homage to Geesling Park with having a youth set up in Korea. Let's see if we can unearth the next part, Geesling. Like I said, his name totally different in those terms. Obviously, we had outs coming from last season as well. Rashford has finally left. Happy days. As he's away to Barcelona. Duchamp Bernard has left us to go to Real Betis. And Shola Shortire has left us to go to Wycombe Wanderers. So, good to get some outs in the go there. We did focus on an in immediately afterwards as we chose to bring in Erling Haaland. The main point being that we are trying to get, obviously, the replacement for Edinson Cavani, and Haaland ticks all those boxes for like headers and hold-up play. And we had a back and forth with the Dortmund rep. We tried to offer Henderson 200 million, that was rejected. We tried to go 2.25 straight up, and that was also rejected. They were adamant, they just wanted just under that $250 million for him, and I was toying with this, like, is there anything we could offer? Do we just pay the money? We do try and offer one more player though. We try and offer up Alex Tellez. I was not really wanting to get rid of Alex Tellez in all honesty, even though he is getting a bit on the older side. Such a good player, but we tried to offer him and 200 million. Like I said, I tried to keep the offers realistic. I thought, would they take Tellez from us? Maybe. They stalled on the deal though, and I thought we'd show like 2 players brought from the free agent market that we just randomly popped up. Youngsters Andrea Ruggeri and Inigo Sunset Tarapu. We did end up training Tarapu to be a left back. He wasn't actually left footed, and as we see, they decided that they didn't want Tellez, they just want $250 million, and we reluctantly agreed to pay this as we go into the contract offer for Haaland, eventually offering him 200,000 a week in wages. Probably was about right. He wanted the sign-on bonus of 1.5 million, which we do end up giving him. We also bring in Firmino from Villarreal as a backup striker, just to be like that third choice behind Danny Ings in the second spot, just so we didn't run too low. And we also bring in a backup from FC Porto for a Bruno Fernandes and a Fabio Vieira. Very similar style player. 11.8 million, definitely a good deal overall. And also, we also got an offer for Dean Henderson from Arsenal. Mikel Arteta want to improve their goalkeeping setup, and 34.8 million was the fee decided on, and he was sold to Arsenal for that price. Probably could have got more, but if you watched the added time video, I did say would show the World Cup in this episode. I'd made my predictions of who would win each group and who would win the tournament. The tournament, I said it would be France or Brazil. But I took Germany for that first group, and they really struggled. France, though, did win their group. We took Netherlands to the top of that group as well. Brazil in Group D, and in Group E, England. I'm very surprised that Wales took an absolute pounding in this group. I mean, I say that, but not many goals were scored in that group. Spain, yep, we took them to top of that group. Italy following in Group G. And Group H, we said Argentina. This is Scotland's group, so I was really hoping Scotland maybe shows something, and they finished third. But if you look at the results, we beat Argentina 3-1. We just absolutely, first game, great position. And then we've bottled it against Czech Republic and Cameroon. To begin the game against Cameroon, just a win to put us through Argentina smashed Czech Republic to make sure they got their second spot. But like a win for us, like we were in pole position. Typical Scotland though, not managing it. As we have a little look into the round of 16. Uruguay beating Belgium, Netherlands beating Denmark, England beating Mexico, and Italy beating Argentina. So far, my first choice though, France, was put out by Germany. Germany had a horrible group, played a horrible group in the group, but managed to get through to the quarters. Brazil beat Colombia, Greece beat Spain, and Turkey beat Czech Republic. So we look at the quarter-finals. Netherlands beat Uruguay, repeat of a semi-final from 2010. South Africa, yep. Italy beat England. This is getting recorded before the Euro 2020. Hopefully that scoreline comes true. For the final, Brazil beat Germany, so my second pick is still running, and Greece get past Turkey on penalties. Looking at the semi-final, Greece in the semi-final is probably a shocker, but they go no further, losing 3-0 to Brazil, and Netherlands beat Italy 2-1. And in the third place playoff, Greece do finish third, beating Italy by 3-1. And the final, absolute cracking final here, 3-2 Brazil. Our second pick does in fact win it. 3-2 Brazil though, very good, would be an absolute cracker of a game to watch for neutral fans. Depends how back and forth it was, but a good World Cup. Moving on though, however, back to Manchester United, we do have the FA Community Shield against Liverpool at Wembley to deal with. I like the Community Shield. I know it's a pre-season trophy, but I like the trophy. I like that shield. Very similar design to, I think it's the Eredivisie. They have a shield as the main trophy. But as we do have a little look at the Liverpool lineup, it's pretty much a Liverpool lineup you'd see now, only 2 years later. Let's say 2 years, like this season starts 2022, so next year. Even though, I don't know. You know what I mean, just because I had the season start in the game. Looking at our lineup, we have very much a similar lineup to last season, with most of our new players sitting on the bench. You will notice, however, there is no Erling Haaland. We'll get into that after this game as to why that is the case. So Manchester United Liverpool, always a big game, even if it is considered a pre-season trophy. And our nemesis of last season was our nemesis again 6 minutes in, Diogo Jota. Smashing Liverpool ahead with another near post goal. Against his third goal against us, scoring at the near post for this career mode. It's absolute pain. We don't stay behind for too long though. Paul Pogba with a good run setting off for Jadon Sancho. Sancho wanting to try and get the goal, hits the shot, it's a good save for Alisson. But our man of last season, Mason Greenwood, lovely chest control and just places it in the bottom corner to make it 1-1. Going into the second half though, as the first half didn't have much more after that, and we hit Liverpool with the early goal this time. And I wanted to show the full highlight just for how it's always something that bugged me in FIFA. Players do not go forward at kickoffs, and it always annoys me. Nobody really pushes. See Pogba sitting back and centre back for some reason. I know that's where we're sort of playing the ball about, but I'd love to see players actually, dead at the start of the kickoff, make a run for it. As we finally just up to the strikers, and also a few passes later, the ball ends up at Paul Pogba, and he smashes the ball home for 2-1 in Manchester United. Didn't score many goals last season, Paul Pogba. I'm hoping to see a bit more from this season. And with him giving a goal, he only got one goal in the Premier League, and that was against Arsenal on the fourth last game. I know he was injured, but one goal in the Premier League, not great. He does get another goal here though, with a very flukish header past Alisson to make it 3-1 in Manchester United. So he's pretty much doubled his Premier League tally from last season in the Community Shield. Do get one more chance really in this game, as it was quite stale midfield battles. Jadon Sancho tried to go on a run, not getting too far. Alex Telles, who I'm glad we didn't get rid of, managed to get it back to him, and he plays it to Danny Ings for Danny Ings to score and make it 4-1 Manchester United in the Community Shield. And that is where this game ended, at 4-1. Very good start, I must say. And there's that shield. I like the shield. We get a lot of trophies, you don't get as many shields, and I think a shield's just like a bit different, isn't it? Even if you do consider it pre-season. Just realised the referees stand there and clap. Going into the youth though, we do have another youth intake. We have a youth intake now, and honestly, the first youth intakes are kind of what I was expecting. Not great. You get a couple of ones saying they're 94, but if you're 17 and you're telling me you've got 94 overall, I'm not interested because I've not got that room to grow. The Serbians also didn't really give us anything too much to work with either. So not the greatest, not the great first youth intake. But speaking of Haaland, as we did earlier on, Haaland is in fact out with an injury, ATL, 5 months, £250 million, right down the drain for the first half of this season. You love to see it. Anyway, we do go into the first game against Brighton, and I always feel whenever we do a Brighton game, Brighton always do start better. Really hard to break down Brighton. They've got a very good side, very good as Lewis Muriel gets that shot away. Just the way that jumps there, you think it's in the same move. It is absolutely not. Uh, Very odd. I picked a bit weird time there because it looked like it was a complete counter attack. That was not a counter attack. It just looked that way perfectly. We do eventually get the goal on the half-hour mark. Danny Ings scoring his first goal for the club, and get into the second half. Danny Ings, really good ball control from Danny Ings as the ball comes now to Max Aarons. Plays a lovely cross in, and somehow Danny Ings wins a header. Not here for headers, that's why we've got Haaland and Nuno, but he does in fact get us to 2-0, and he plays a part in getting the third goal for us in this game as well. Jadon Sancho taking it down, playing it into Bruno Fernandes with a little wee lovely little flick there, and he caresses the ball into the far corner. 3-0 Manchester United. Wouldn't be a Manchester United game without Bruno getting a goal, would it? Brighton do in fact get one attack though in this game, 80th minute. Get a good shot away here. It is saved, but Alex Telles makes an absolute mockery of this tackle. I know he's trying to block the shot, but he completely takes out the Brighton player, and it leads to Lewis Muriel having the penalty, but he smashes it onto the underside of the crossbar, and the ball is cleared, and the game is ended at 3-0 Manchester United. I think that's the third penalty that's been missed, not saved, but missed against us in a row. Wasting no time though and getting straight into the European Super. I love the European Super Cup graphics. They're absolutely beautiful. I wish these graphics were on different modes, just for this sort of movement of the showing the team sheet. Obviously, Danny Ings will be leading the line for us for the first half now of the season. Nothing more we can do there with Erling Haaland being out injured, and I'm really worried that injury might. I mean, he was 91 rated when we signed him. He's already dropped to 90. It'll be interesting to see what rating he is when he actually comes back from injury. We may have signed a dud Haaland, and it'll be interesting to see when he is back. Moving onward though, Jadon Sancho looking to get us off the mark against his former team, and somehow smashes this wide. Absolutely no idea how he's managed that. There really should have been 1-0 to Manchester United. And as I always say, you got to win your headers. Well, Dortmund won their header, and they get a little bit lucky here as Maguire fails with his header, and the Ruben wins the header, but Neves' pass is terrible, and Julian Brandt scores to make it 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund, however, though, could not hold the lead for too much longer after that, as immediately from kick-off, wee bit of passing play, and we get the ball through to Paul Pogba, clips it back through to Danny Ings, and Danny Ings does what Danny Ings does, and equalises for us to make it 1-1. I want this trophy and was not given up too easily. However, second half, we scored a kick-off, so Dortmund decided to do the same. Bellingham, so sure he was going to shoot there, we all black, chased him down, does the smart thing, plays the pass back, and there was Julian Brandt for his second goal of the game, make it 2-1 Dortmund, and Dortmund just dominated the game from there on. And in the 78th minute, they get a free kick. Emre Can taps out for Florian Thauvin, and Thauvin gets lucky with a rebound to make it 3-1 to Dortmund, and that was where this game ended. We do take the defeat by 3-1. Quite sad not to win that trophy. I was really looking forward to it. As we do have a little look at the Premier League table, so only one game played in the Premier League. 8 teams picking up wins in the first game of the season. We do top the league on goal difference due to having won 3-0. As we will look further down the league table, the likes of Spurs and Liverpool for the drawing, Aston Villa and Arsenal picking up draws in the first game as well, and the other teams having lost. Obviously means nothing at this stage, which I'll probably be saying for a few episodes now when it is early going. It means nothing like Brighton being bottom, means absolutely nothing at this point. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed the first episode of the new series, episode 15, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.